Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and this is a video in which I'm speaking directly to the Rockstar development team working on GTA Online. And I really hope that at least one person from that team ends up watching this, because I'm not speaking to the big executives or the people who set the prices of items in the game, or even to the community team, who are really the only people we ever get to speak to at Rockstar, and at least they're the kind of front-facing people for the company. I'm not talking to any of those. I'm talking specifically to those who are creating or have created actual things for this game, be it cars, weapons, interiors, maps, missions, etc. And the one thing that I want to say to those people is simply thank you. Thank you for creating these incredible vehicles, amazing experiences, and a wonderful game in general for the past 5 years. Now, I wish I could speak to you. I wish I could find out how things work behind the scenes, to learn and share ideas, to understand, what makes and what goes into decisions I don't agree with, and the things that I do as well, to understand why you chose to change the position of the Wagner's license plate instead of fixing wrenches in GTA races, why you removed the weather option from stunt races for the sake of aggregate position, why the various restrictions that we run into that always seem so arbitrary are in place. But I know that short of me getting a job as a Rockstar programmer, that's never going to happen. So my videos are all that I have. And it must be said, obviously, that the community team are the people who people like myself or anybody from the outside the company would talk to for things like this. But for the most part, they're not necessarily in depth with the decisions, the reasons behind the decisions that are made. So you can certainly ask them for things like that, but I would say in general, you're not going to get the answers that we might particularly want as those who are heavily invested in the game, or at least heavily invested in, trying to figure out the nuances of the game. So there's many things that I've not necessarily agreed with in the past, especially when it comes to cars and races. Naming conventions, just a classic, for example. The class allocations, why the blister compact is in sports and not compacts, still gets me, that one. Various bugs that have been in the game for so long, like I mentioned, wrenches, but there's so many different things regarding bugs and the general overall game experience, and of course prices of items in the game. There's so many areas to fall down on when it comes to GTA Online, but it shouldn't be forgotten that the actual gameplay experiences and the vehicles that we get, taking away how they're actually presented, are fantastic, and those of you creating these things are doing an amazing job. To have the game be supported with new content for 5 years is incredible. It's kind of unprecedented, and I've personally yet to find another game that could replace GTA Online as a whole gaming experience for me. Now, even the awesome things that people are doing in 5M, be it roleplay servers or the racing stuff that we do, none of that would be possible without those who created single-player GTA 5 in the first place. Obviously, 5M is basically a multiplayer mod for single-player GTA 5. And a lot of the vehicle models, even if they've been tweaked afterwards, come directly from Rockstar DLCs. Do I wish that day one bugs weren't still a thing and more focus was put on fixing things or creating a better overall game experiences rather than creating new monetizable content? Of course I do. But I also don't believe that you guys, those actually creating these game experiences, have any control over those decisions. I don't believe that the person who creates a vehicle decides its price, or perhaps even its class or its name. There's so many factors that would go into that, and Rockstar is a relatively big company with probably many different teams looking at many different things. And, as negatively as I've spoken in the past about the way this game has gone over the years, I firmly put the majority of that blame on the big CEOs who see this game as nothing more than a cash cow these days. So we're about to get the Nightclubs DLC, and there's probably going to be many things that I don't like. There always is when it comes to these new DLCs. There's going to be many things that will annoy me, changes or even bugs that are introduced, and I'm going to talk about probably some of the worst of them. Obviously, I'm going to make videos, I'm going to talk about it. But we're still getting pretty remarkable updates for an almost 5-year-old game, and it's thanks to the amazing people who actually create them. I'm not praising the shareholders or the executives who basically just look at the fact that this game has made multiple billions of dollars and want to keep it running for as long as they can. But I am praising those who are actually doing the work to make the game the best it can be, in kind of what sometimes seems like a situation where they've got one hand tied behind their backs. It would be an impossible thing, but very interesting to see what this game could be if developers were just given the freedom to do what they wanted without any aspects of money or microtransactions being involved. But those days are long gone. So basically all I want to say is thank you to any dev who has worked on GTA 5, the base game, or GTA Online over the past years. I may not always agree with your decisions or the direction that you go in, but I can't deny your excellent work over the years. And on the internet, where it's so easy to be negative and so easy to criticize, I wanted to make one video just to say thank you for all the positives. So that's pretty much it for this video. Leave all your comments down below if you want to say the same sort of thing. If you want to say thank you to the devs, maybe some of them will end up coming across this video and read the comments, and there'll be some nice comments down there. Or maybe you don't want to comment at all or don't want to say anything positive. But yeah, I just wanted to make a positive video just before probably all the negative comes, when we focus on what Nightclub's DLC will no doubt break. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.